That's one of the key things.
And if you want to be more technical, okay, let's give them an idea real fast. Okay, y'all. Just imagine this. Close your eyes for a minute. We're gonna take y'all on a quick journey because actually Richie can relate to his ex or current, whatever the situation may be, or my current, my ex, wherever it may be. Okay, we gonna go back to where you want to go at, March or May 2019.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the West Coast, yeah.
Right, okay. So we gonna go back to 2019 of May-ish. Okay, so Richie flew out from where he from to where I was at. We gonna say the end of March, beginning of April-ish. And things was cool and copacetic. We knew and had an idea of what we wanted to do and stuff. But I was longing for that female. Like, she always was present on my mind. It didn't matter what she did or said. I would overlook that because I loved her that much unconditionally. And ladies and gentlemen, this is just that one. I would marry this day. If she called my phone right now, I would literally interrupt this broadcast to speak to her straight up. And we would pick back up where we left from. Or if I could convince Shorty to be on the radio with us and interview with us, as long as we didn't say anything to compromise her or jeopardize her privacy, because like I said, she's very private, but she gives great advice. I do that. And another thing would be, like bro said, okay, so we in Vegas at this point. Bro flew out. So I haven't talked to this female at this in particular time in about like 3 years, right?
In a minute, sure.
In a minute. Like, no text, no calls, no nothing. And she didn't, reach out to me either. So, she's most definitely one of them people that can go a long time without talking to you, period. And she won't show no sign, but I gotta be the one to hit her up, which is okay with me because I'm that type of individual, because I like to check up on people, see how they doing. She was on me. Hey, I went to my bro. I'm like, bro, you gotta hit her up for me. Richie, he's the type of person, he won't get involved unless he asks, and he won't be prejudgmental unless you ask his opinion too. And he's still open-minded from both perspectives. Like, I'm like, yo, why you always defending her? He was like, bro, you just gotta just see where she coming from. That's what I'm saying. So just to give y'all a little background. So I hit her up. So when I was talking to Shorty, she was on, like, I was talking to her in my lesbian stages. And I was at my other apartment, and me and Richie didn't come to that apartment often at all, but me and him was always either on FaceTime or talking through some type of form of communication, whether it was Messenger or whatever. So he knew everything about her. So I'm gonna just go back a little bit so y'all can understand how she affected me. So when I first seen her from behind, I said, oh yeah, I'm gonna get that. And so I seen her, I just found her attractive, very, 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 very beautiful to me. Makeup on nicely, all that, not caked overly. So at that point she didn't. I'm gonna say that. So we gonna fast forward to a little bit later. Now, certain people omit certain truths because, like me and bro are saying, ladies and gentlemen, some people are insecure and they don't know if they could trust that person, so they ain't gonna come open about things all the way. He and I does because we just open. We gonna handle that situation regardless. So whatever you got coming. If you got kids, we gonna adjust accordingly. If you got drama, bitch, we gonna address you accordingly. Period. But we ain't young and ratchet and stupid like we used to be. So this female and I would have long hours of conversation. I hit my bro up like, bro, you know, hop on with me and babe, you know, and, you know, they know each other, but you got to be careful what you say and do, because it could be a situation to where that person don't dislike your best friend, but because that person is connected to you, that would make them not want anything to do with that individual, and that individual didn't do nothing. You just happen to put them in that scenario, and they are an innocent bystander. So that's what Richie was and is. So we're going to fast forward to 2016, maybe? 16? 19. Yeah, 2016. So, her and I stopped talking. We ended on bad terms at that point. I always still loved her and wondered what she was doing and if she was occupied. So, we're going to fast forward again to 2019, like we said. May. Because at this time, no, April, right? April, because we stayed in Vegas that time for like 3 weeks, but I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. So I had another page. I had hit her up, and I'm like, yo, I wonder what she doing. I was so nervous, ladies and gentlemen. I was so nervous. Like, I was just so nervous. And she's not one of the people that you have to get nervous around. It's just that she don't play. She's very fun. She's a humorous person, very intelligent too, in her own way. And it'll be a situation to where I'll be like, bro, ask her, that man be like, I don't know, I guess, type thing. He don't want to get involved. So I hit her up, give her my number. She hits me up, y'all, 7 hours later. Now, Richie is on the phone caking it with his shorty at the time. Caking it, talking good. I'm meddling them, you know what I'm saying? And I get a anonymous phone call. I knew who it was. I got the butterflies. My heart started beating out my chest. Just imagine this, y'all. And I answered the phone. I'm like... I said hello, and she was like hello. She was like hello. Like, I think, didn't she hang up, bro?
I don't even remember that far back.
Okay, she was so surprised, y'all, because within that 3 years, so much has happened for me in front of my transition. It was so transparent. It was a transparency moment for me that was, you know, a good thing. I don't regret it. But it was just so many layers. Like, I still loved her. I still wanted to be with her. I was very remorseful about some things that I did. She was like, she called me a certain name, but I'm going to just say King. She was like, King? She hung up on me. I'm like, no. So I had to hop back on that one social media I was on. I'm like, yo, call me back. And she called me back. She was like, is this King? She actually said the other name. I'm like, yeah, it's me. Oh my God. That's when the questions started pouring out. She was like, why is your voice so deep? Like I told y'all earlier, her and I was dating talking when I was lesbian. Softer voice, high pitch. Just go listen to my old YouTube videos. You'll see from about 6 to 10 years ago. And so she immediately adapted accordingly and started calling me the pronouns that I wish to be called: he, him, and his. And she started, calling me that. She's like, "What's your name now?" I'm like, "I still got my same name. It's Kingston." But, she always called me. She already knew my name was King. But she just was just so understanding on that part. But I'm like, are you talking to anybody? She like, no, and I'm like, yo, me either. And then I'm telling Brody, I'm like, Brody on the other phone talking to his Bill at the time and shit. And so this woman, like, it didn't matter what was going on. I didn't care. Like, I liked her so much that she, when I said I wasn't gonna date women with children, she convinced me differently. And she would tell me stuff like how far are her and I in age? I met her when she was 28. She's 35 now. I'm 30. I'm finna be 39 in a couple months. So, how many years is that, bro? Is that 3 or 3.5? She just turned 35 in November.
It's like 3.5.
3.5. Okay. She would reassure me about things. Oh, it doesn't matter if you just a couple of years older. And then she would literally stop me like, no, King, listen. It's all right. I love that. I love a woman who can reassure her nigga, whether it's your nigga or not. I love to speak to her. It don't matter what it's about. And she never threw her exes in my face. She never brought them up unless we were having that type of conversation. Bro can attest to this. Give great advice. Always cool to Brody. I'll be like, if we have, like, I'll be on one phone on the iPhone and I have another phone. I'll be like, babe, say what's up to Richie. And then she'd be like, what up, bro? Or she'll be like, what up, Richie? And she is just so understanding. I would marry her at this day at the drop of a dime. Straight up. Straight the fuck up. Straight up. And I don't even think no one had that much power over me like that. What you think? Have I ever felt, well, outside of that one chick, but I don't even think she impacted me like the person we're talking about. What you think, bro?
Nah, I think this was like deeper.
Yeah, that, and the other chick was my ex-fiance. I was trying to make her my fucking fiance, just like me and Richie don't like dating. We just wanna, bitch, you finna be my wife. I'm not finna date you. We already dating. We've been together for 3 days. Come on. A month, we finna be married. I'm straight up for real. Y'all may say it's crazy, but it's true. Time is of the essence. We don't know when God is gonna call us home. And another thing I loved about her, she's God-fearing. She's God-fearing. She's a woman that prays. I love it. She's a person that protects her children. She don't whoop her kids, but they listen. I mean, kids gonna be kids. Everybody can't be that idle one. Cause baby, I was a knucklehead. Richie, tell him we jumped off the porch with this shit, baby. Period, Pooh. From Michigan to Chicago, bitch, to Philly, Arizona, goddamn Vegas, goddamn California, etc. We internationally known to rock the microphone with this shit, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And I know she most definitely matured me in a lot of things. And she stopped me from doing a lot of stuff too. I used to call women like bitches to their face. I may address you as such, or I'll be like, oh, this is my bitch. But nah, she don't like to be called that. And she made me treat her like the queen she is, straight up. She made me feel remorseful about things I wouldn't have ever thought about feeling remorseful about another ex that I dealt with. Tell me I'm lying.